No, I totally disagree. No, I do. I mean, I think he got lost. He even himself kind of like had a breath of fresh air last night from that game, saying it's about time. And, you know, we kind of busted his chops saying it's about time they got open for some of those passes for you, because it has been a struggle for him. And that line was put together for the purpose of actually providing some offense with Raffle and Reed on the wing. It was not very good. So for them to come through last night was big, and it's big for him, because I think when you lose your confidence and you lose your ability to have creativity, especially for guys who can skate and handle the puck, then you really aren't very productive. And as a result, that's what happened a lot. And now with Couturier out, they're going to need guys like Lawton to step up and really be part.
Yeah, what are they going to do, in your opinion, with 4 weeks, it sounds like, and they're 2-6-1 when Couturier misses? So what is the modus operandi here without him?
Well, first of all, they called Nick Cousins up, who's the leading scorer right now for the Phantoms, who's an American League All-Star. He's having a heck of a year. But I think what you'll see is Jordan Wheel will go in. They've been waiting for an opportunity to get Wheel in. He had the one game. He played well. He was the most valuable player in the American Hockey League playoffs last year. So when you take a look at a guy like that, everything happens for a reason. Now, you don't replace Sean Couturier. Sean Couturier is a huge, huge part of this hockey club. And it's no secret, we're 2-6-1 when he's out of the lineup. So it's not a good thing he's out 4 weeks. Somehow you're going to have to look for other people now to pick it up. Last night, the guy that really picked it up, as much as they scored 6 with under 20 shots on net, the guy that really picked it up and has the last 2 games, Steve Mason, he's been the number one star for both those games. He came up with saves last night were just absolutely scary good. And so if he can get hot like that, maybe that's where your goalie's got to be your best player, and the other people have to contribute for where Couturier was most important to this hockey club.
Flyers broadcaster Steve Coates with us on the Sports Bash on 97.3 ESPN FM, talking about Sean Couturier, out 4 weeks today is the word, with your favorite term, Coatsey, lower body injury. Tell all the folks in Radioland how much you enjoy lower body injury and upper body injury.
Isn't that just silly? I mean, it's just like, well, you see, there's an argument here, and it's only an opinion. I'm not saying anything bad about like the establishment or anything like that, but if you go to people that watch football, and they bet football, they watch football on TV. Same thing with baseball. They watch baseball, but in the meantime, we're telling you who's the pitcher, we're telling you who the starting quarterback is, we're telling you who the injuries are, and we're telling you all the different things you need to be able to wager on a sporting event, which in turn turns into rating, which turns into dollars. In the hockey business, the number one thing that affects a hockey game, the goalie. So if you want to know who the goalie is, sorry, it's a secret. Now, on top of that, we want to find out injuries. Lower body, upper body. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I think so, very much so. Steve Coates with us. Hey, what does R.J. Umberger have to do to get the puck in the net? I mean, is there a guy more snake bit on the roster right now than him?
Yeah, I think that he has been really snake bit. He's had a lot of great opportunities to be able to put the puck in the net, but now he's out of the lineup. What it's going to take to get him back in the lineup, that's going to be interesting. Maybe I'm saying Jordan Wheel's going in, but maybe Umberger's going back in. I'd like to see Jordan Wheel get an opportunity. He's a center, but the problem is you're going to play the Rangers tomorrow and the Washington Capitals on Sunday. So you're not that big up front now with Couturier out. You need big centers. So with him out of the lineup, very possibly the Umberger goes back in. It's not for lack of effort. I mean, RJ, has he lost a step? Yeah, he's lost a step. But in saying that, the bottom line is you got to have guys score goals, and he's not providing. I mean, he's got a whole year without a goal. A year. Does he do the right things defensively for Coach Haxtell? Yeah. So it's now a matter of when he gets back in the lineup, whether he'll stop being snake bitten, maybe he'll get a couple of goals.
Coatsey, what has gotten into Wayne Simmons? I feel like he's now mandated to score 2 goals a game.
Voracek Drew. Very simple. I mean, you get with two guys like that, now they understand where everybody is. They understand what they're doing. You know that this is a really good stat, that since the beginning of last season, the number one player in assists in the National Hockey League, Jake Voracek. Think about that, because we're always complaining about no goals, but all he's doing is passing the puck now. I mean, he's among the leaders of the National Hockey League. So all of a sudden, Wayne Simmons, because we know Giroux can pass it, and we know that Voracek is now, I just gave you those numbers, so Wayne Simmons is benefiting from playing with those guys. And now that line, they expect every time they go on the ice to score. That's how their beliefs are. That's where their philosophies are, and that's how mentality, or that's where their mentality is. And I think that's an unbelievably good mentality to have.
Two-parter for you, Coatsey. In the Montreal game, Gudas had what they called was a major and gave him a game misconduct. He avoided suspension, but also thinking ahead to the game with the Blue Shirts and the Rangers, that could be a physical game as well. Just your thoughts both on Radko Gudas and maybe some of the way the calls have gone against him, or how he seems to be, a target when he's out there. He certainly draws the officials' attention.
Well, in answer to your first one, the major penalty against the Montreal Canadiens was bunk. I mean, first of all,
is that in the dictionary?
Yeah, it wasn't a clip. The call was made by the linesman. The two referees conferred with him after. The kid was in his first hockey for the Montreal Canadiens. He got caught admiring his pass going down the wing, and you don't admire your pass with anybody, let alone it's Gudas. Gudas is a force back there. Has he got a bit of a reckless abandon trait in him? Yeah. Can he be a little dangerous at times? Last night he probably took a couple of penalties that he didn't need to. Would he have been a superstar 30 years ago? Yep. But the problem now is that they call the game a little bit differently. They look at it a little differently. The sticks get up. They got a problem with that. And so all they got to do is dial him down, because he's the kind of guy you want back there on the blue line, because the players coming into the defensive zone of the Philadelphia Flyers are always going to be aware that they're going to get hurt, or they're going to get whacked pretty good by a guy like Gudas. So that's what you need back there, and I think he does an outstanding job. All you got to do is dial him down a little bit, and I'll guarantee you that's what Dave Haxtell did today. Had a little conversation with him, maybe just tone it down a little bit, and take that hip check out, because I don't think the league understands how to call a hip check now.
Coatsey, 15 games in the month, 2 down, 13 to go, including Saturday, Sunday. This month is the make or break, it sounds like.
Yeah, the numbers talk, really, Michael, where you take a look at the playoff scenario. You'd think that 20 wins translating into 40 points would make the playoffs for the Philadelphia Flyers. And that's without really taking into consideration what everybody else is doing. Because when you get behind the 8 ball and you start chasing, it's tough. It's really tough. And we talked about, got the New York Rangers coming in here tomorrow, and that's a game that can be won because they don't have Rick Nash. That's a big loss to them. They've played the Rangers very, very good this year. And then you got a Caps team that upset them last week. Now, are they going to be mad? Yeah, they're going to be mad. But this team right now is solid. The only question is how much they can get out of this hockey club in the next month without Sean Couturier. That's the big question mark right now, because the rest of the team is playing very well. There's a confidence level there now, and it's actually a lot of fun. And with Mason, if he's going to start doing this, anything can happen.
4 back of Jersey for the wild card, 4 back of the Islanders for the third spot in the Metro. And Steve Coates right here. You'll hear him tomorrow at 1 p.m. on 97.3 with the great Tim Saunders. Well, we're looking forward to your call, Coatsey. I got to sit here with Thompson now the rest of the day.
Michael, we all have our crosses to bear.
This one's a pretty heavy cross, though, Coatsey.
No. Listen, I got to go right now. I got to go read his Facebook.
Attaboy.
Take care, pal.